be heard. Ah. Hmm. I can't hear the game. Interesting. Oh. Huh. That is weird. You see, the thing is, my BGM I could hear through my computer itself, but the game it shows off the microphone. Hello, Joe. So I checked last stream and like, yeah, the frame rate issue really was a problem. Like, I would say it's barely watchable. Maybe listening it's fine, but like, voice is a bit soft. Give me a sec. Anyways, yeah, so it's ironic that it was the one which I said, oh, time to see things, right? The game said not ability, the ability to see is not allowed for that chapter. So it's very much an audio only stream for that one for the most part. Is this better? It should be about 8 decimals higher now. Better? Anyways, this week has been very hectic for me. I had to stop a feud and then someone hear me scream at my stream setup. But yeah, this week has been very tiresome. I had to stop a feud in my castle, and then I had to write a bunch of reports because of all the villages that burned down in the process. So it's nice to have a break finally. Anyways, I think it's a good thing to recap what happened last chapter, because I think even the ones that did arrive couldn't really see what was happening. So, what happened last stream? We found out who the Hanahiko? Not Hanahiko. Is that not Hanahiko? The lady. I'll just call it lady. But we found out what happened to the lady. She was assaulted and then photographed, and then her photos were used as blackmail against her fiance, which was a well-known singer at the time. We found out she had a dog who was then run over by a car, which tried to when the dog was trying to take out the people who had attacked her. And so what happens is we find the dog as a spirit, basically attached to the lady. When we went to the forest, we got cassette tapes, which were music tapes made by her fiance. We also find out that the fiance was the one which killed all of her assaulters, and then he chose to die in that forest as well. So we dig up the guy's corpse, take all the cassette tapes, and then we face off against the lady, which honestly wasn't too bad. It was an interesting chapter because it wasn't, instead of the partnership like battle that usually happens, what ends up happening is we basically choose the place that we want to fight her at, because you know how there's the 3 locations where her spirit lies in. So we chose the one by H Castle because that's the place where A, her dog is, B, where the husband died. And I think that's it, honestly. And I think that's why it's the good ending for like that chapter. So basically we just play the cassette tapes and she's like, ooh, I've never heard that one before. And so you play it again and she passes on. Well, her dog comes along to basically bring her to the afterlife. And that's where that chapter lied. Anyways, we'll continue. On into oh yeah, and you met this girl called Ai Kashiwagi, who's one of the idols to Love and Hero. That's the idol group which we keep hearing about in this game. We've also been told there's supposed to be one other lady, an elderly lady who's like a diviner type, but we haven't seen her yet. And now we are off to find Buddha heads, because on a street it was seemed to be a lady who carried a Buddha head, and I'm like, that's a spirit. Also, the reason why I is infected is because her group decided, hey, you know what's a good idea? Let's go around to different haunted areas and film a documentary-ish show. And so when they arrived to this place, she ended up getting the mark. And now we're here, cause let's be honest, this is probably not the one which caused our mark. We're just a community service. The road runs through a quiet residential area. It's far removed from the major crossroads, so it's totally deserted at this time of night. Dummy, optimist, both work. She seems like the optimistic type, and that's the kind of songs her group produces, those we can do it types. We look a little suspicious wandering around, but no one's here to report us. Yep, this is the place. We're looking for a ghost here. It wouldn't happen to be a woman. Wearing white, carrying a statue, would it? Actually, yeah, that was the rumor. I don't really remember the statue bit. So did you find a ghost? No, I didn't. But Madame Yasuoka said she felt a bad presence throughout the entire shoot. Madame Yasuoka is the diviner type, the lady who we mentioned before. You keep mentioning Yasuoka. What kind of person is she? Oh, sorry, I forgot to explain. She's a famous fortune teller. Her predictions often come true. They say she's got true spiritual powers. Like Christy. This fortune teller knew about the mark. Maybe she was working with Yasaya Kujo. Strawberry girl. Oh yeah, I better email her. I've gotta let her know about you and what happened to Dr. Saya. She died. I pushed some buttons on her phone. Cell phones are getting pretty common now. In 10 years, everyone will probably own one, old and young alike. Technology evolved so fast, it's amazing. Sorry that took so long. Alright, should we get right down to investigation, Mr. Willow? If there's anything I can help, just let me know. Buy me a drink. It's a vending machine there. Oh. Let me just... Don't forget. There we go. That should be fine. My Switch outlet was a bit loose. Ah, there. You're rich, right? You're an idol. Buy me a drink. Dang. Get me a soy milk. Oh no, what could we possibly investigate? I could never possibly imagine. You know, I'm honestly surprised there was no jump scare from looking down the long dark road. That's a nice thing. Must be honest, we're definitely going into this man cover. Bit laggy. Unbearably so, or just a tad. Cause I'll be honest, I tried fixing it last time, but it does not like to do that. Quick. Let's see what I can do anything. Because the fun thing is, I have no other softwares opened up, which means my RAM should be free, and yet it decides to do this. What happened to my good computer from like 3 weeks ago? The one that didn't have problems. Streamlabs support assist agent. What the hell is that? What's the CPU maxed out? Streamlabs desktop is... My CPU is 100%. On what? What's eating everything up? Streamlabs taking 50%, but it doesn't account for the other 50%. I wish I knew a techie who could actually like help me with these things. Maybe I have a virus for all I know. Maybe it's a virus. Like seriously, 43.2% is Streamlabs. The Windows graphic cards is 10%. Desktop Window Manager, the thing I opened up to check everything, is also 8%, which would tell me that by right, I should have at least 30% remaining. And yet, it says 100%. I'm no mathematician, but I think something's being screwy. Anyways, Black Friday is a fun thing. It means discounts. Maybe I'll get myself a computer, a new one, to replace this boy, but for now I think this is the best I can do. Because I did go through all the like optimized settings, deleted a bunch of things, and no dice. Looks like we need special tools to open it. Huh? No! What have you done? Plus. Yes. This one's got a different design. It's true. It's the only one of an older make. I'm guessing the pothole. It's covered mostly in rust. Huh? It looks like you can get a hand in. Ah, it's one of those. Can you lift it? I highly doubt it. I'm sure you need special tools to open up a manhole. Like a crowbar? Well, why not just try it? Why not just try it? Shouldn't be too hard, right? Determination and strength will get you farther than you expect. Is that from another of your songs? Come on, Mr. Willow. You take that side. Okay. Being that she's an idol, I imagine she is surprisingly strong. Since the choreography and all that is very tiring. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The lid lifts and the putrid smell wafts on. I can't believe we actually got it open. The black void stretches deep underground. A rusted metal ladder is set into the side of the hole. Does this connect to the sewer? Probably, right? Most of them do. Actually, it doesn't smell like it does. Weird. A secret underground lab. For some reason in the middle of the street. The rumor about the white-robed woman, the one mysteriously vanished. She found in a pothole. That's how she died. She fell in, died, and became a ghost. Could it be that she hid herself down here? Why don't you try going down for a look? The sounds are a bit too loud. My sound or the game audio? What? Are you serious? I'm guessing the game audio? I turned it down a bit. Better. Game audio. Okay, is that better? I think that's how it works. Technology is something that, as much as my talents proved me to be quite wonderful, technology is not one of my skills. Not quite anyways. But I believe even I can do something simple like adjust audio, which a little more. What else? My desktop audio. Give me a sec. What? Okay. I believe that should have decreased the volume. Take a breath, Mint. I don't want to smell your morning breath. I think that's the audio completed. For some reason I lost my desktop audio slider, but it should be fine. Everything doesn't really want to work. I'm looking out for your dental hygiene. It's very important if you want to keep your teeth. Look at Isaac, he's lost his top row. You don't want to end up like that, boy. Little Isaac. to be fair, I know he can freaking shoot teeth out of his mouth every so often, depending on what he has. But that's not something a human should be able to do. You want a nice pair of teeth, which will last you until you die. Just don't grit them. Don't grit your teeth and then grind them. You'll regret it when you grow older, trust me. You want to have teeth when you're old, unless you want to eat porridge for the remainder of it. Back to the game. But I'm in my stage outfit. Yeah, actually, terrible choice for her to like be wearing that to go into a sewer. Either she's gonna perform smelly, or she's gonna have to get a new one. So you're gonna wait up here. No, I'm coming. But don't you dare look up while you climb down. Or you can go down first. Ladies first, right? I go down first and I quickly follows. One should be a gentleman and allow the lady to go first, just in case. You know? It's that equality. She can be the first to leave, but she must also be the first to go. The rusted ladder creaks when we put weight on it. That doesn't make me nervous at all. Ladder breaks, we get stuck down here. We make our way carefully, and it takes us a while to reach the bottom. To be fair, opening it from the top seems difficult, but from the bottom I imagine it's a lot easier, because it's a push instead of like trying to pull. Especially a new one to by right would not have a position like pull it up, like a grab point. I feel like this must go down farther than a normal sewer. It's like a secret entrance. Made for the secret society's hideout. You believe in lizard people? Eyes, a voice bounces off the walls with above me. She's probably joking around to stop herself from freaking out. As long as she doesn't scream, that's fine. Everyone has their own coping mechanisms for fear. And I like when there's not too much noise. My feet finally reaches solid ground. Then I kicks us in the head, because she didn't look down. A concrete passageway stretches before us. Huh. I doubt it's been ventilated in a long time. The musty air is stagnant and heavy, making it slightly difficult to breathe. Definitely doesn't look like a sewer. Why do you know what a sewer looks like? At least my outfit won't get dirty, but where are we anyways? How should I know? We'll just have to look around. Honestly, this place does look not very welcoming. You just think I'll get some creature to stand all the way to the end. And you know for a fact we're never coming back here. Did I say not to scream? I suddenly shrieks pitifully and stops in the tracks. What'd you find? Stepped on cockroach? Mr. Willow. What is that? What's what? She shakily points and shines the light that way. Huh? Oh. Is that hair? Oh. So that's where the hair is coming from. How could you? How could you let down such hair? You know, with the attack, are you gonna attack me with your hair, or? Cause it looks kinda stuck in between the cracks. Something dark and long is clinging to the wall. Is that human hair? But what's it doing here? This is a location of possession. I honestly like how, like, without flashing your light on it, you don't see anything. Like, you can't see it unless you have your flashlight on it. Makes it more ominous. But dang, with all this hair, the actual ghost itself must be bald. That or it's no trouble at all, cause like, you know, it wouldn't be able to move very well since all its hair is stuck in between the cracks of this freaking tunnel. A door. Oh, what's this? That's a wall. Okay. It's an old wall. One would assume so. But why wet? I get that this would typically be a sewer, but from the sounds of it, it doesn't have water. The paint is chipped and it's pretty old. Whoa, that door looks ancient. I had no idea that there was a place like this underground. Oh, could this be some kind of lab? For like human testing, or how could you say stuff like that with a straight face? Sure, her innocence is cute, but I get the feeling she's not particularly bright. Joe, didn't you call her dumb? I'm sorry. Did I say something bad? Not necessarily. No, it's not that. I mean, as a music artist, it is good to be creative. Use whatever you learn here as a means of creative writing. I give up when I reach for the doorknob. You give up on her, like 1 hour in. It's locked, of course it is. Let's go. We need to just like kick the door down. I don't want to stay here long, so I never get to finish what I sing. Hey. Oh, a homeless man. That's not something we want to see in the underground sewer. Are you high on crack? An old man jumps out from the iron door, yelling strangely. Hey, where you folks from? You look young for an old man. What you doing on my tofu? He's smoking, but his tone is serious. Just that, I smell an odd stench. Did he kill Machida and steal his jacket? It seems this old man is a homeless guy who's living down here. He has a beanie. Is that a beanie? If he does have a beanie, it's not doing very well in covering his hair. This guy's about to slip off. Awfully white teeth for a person who probably doesn't brush his teeth. Maybe he sacrificed the one tooth to ensure that the remainder of his teeth are constantly clean. That or uses like bleach to clean them. Although I don't see any like distinct teeth, they all seem like incisors. Are you secretly a horse, sir? Scarf is nice. T-shirt is fairly standard shirt. And jacket looks like Machita's one. Makes a lot of sense, to be fair. I'd want a poncho type, if that's the main thing I'm gonna wear. Since if it rains, at least you have that added protection. That's right. What was that you? We haven't done any. I know she's trying to back me up, But she definitely doesn't sound convincing. His underground shelter. His underground shelter is in a place for responsible layabouts like yourselves. Understand? So leave my turf alone and get out of here. I need to hold her. He disappears behind the iron door. It sounds like he's carefully locked it up again. We found the underground black market. Man, that surprised me. I was expecting a person to come out. Oh, you think that guy was homeless? I don't know why. You tell me. May not something you ponder out loud though. Maybe she's never seen one before. A homeless person. Still, that old man. Why did he pop out just to warn us? If the door was locked, then you shouldn't have to worry about being disturbed. Unless he knows about the ghosts. But if I don't know why, then I should probably just do as he says. And leave. Let's go. He might come yelling at us again. Yeah. Back it is. Asking about the hair. Why is all this hair doing here? What? There's a wall? A chest. It's where he keeps his buried treasure. Yeah. Let's just say it's game ambiance, not that my power outlet is literally creating sounds. I slip my hand underneath the lid and pull with all my might. Let's be honest, with a game like this, every so often the thing going off does match the tone of the game. It popped open with an unexpectedly loud noise. You know what I'm happy about? I'm glad that you at least can see the screen moving. I know the last stream literally was stuck on like, it was stuck on like screens every like few like, not minutes. I think it was like every 10 minutes it changed or it could different. Holy shit. We've encountered 3 ghosts in just, well, we've encountered like 5? I lost count. We've encountered like 5 ghosts in just this one freaking underground tunnel. You think they're coming out of the walls? Like, yeah, hair? Guess that would be a different game, huh? We just pull out a spirit gun. Oh. Four ghosts, 1 random guy clapping, and I probably trying to leave. This is that kind of game. Pulls out gun, starts shooting the ghost. That or you're taking your camera. Taking your camera and then take the picture of the ghost, because ghosts all have freaking anxiety and don't like being in pictures, so they run away. Except the ones that do. Except the times that ghosts do appear in cameras. Maybe they enjoyed photos. Oh. There are a few tools inside. I mean, we are called the Spirit Hunter. There are a few tools inside, along with what looks like a notebook. This game is a slice of life? Or do you mean Ghost Life is a slice of life? Cause that would... Can one say Ghost Life? Cause that sounds like a... oxymoron? Juxtaposition? I think oxymoron. Cause, you know, a ghost is a deceased spirit, and so to put it right next to life would be ironic. Got a hammer, a hatchet, and a red notebook. A red notebook. Wow, it's full of stuff. What does that notebook say? Flip through the notebook with eye. The lettering is very fine. It's impossible to read in such a dark place, even with the flashlight. What concerns me even more is the smell. A bizarre stench invades my nose like a mix between tallow, perfume, and blood. Tallow. Tallow is like the plant. It doesn't take me long to figure that it's coming from the notebook. I can't believe you held in it. Could you maybe put it away? I think I might puke. That would be unbecoming of an idol, except not really. I would not be surprised if a lot of them do puke, just not in front of the fans. I put the notebook in my bag for now. The smell might permeate the other items, but some sacrifices are necessary. We've seen just about everything we can. Seems to be an underground shelter. Maybe it's a... not hurricane bunker. Maybe it's like a nuclear bomb. Like a nuclear shelter. Could be, right? But with the solid concrete walls, it's not quite like your standard shelter. Well, we didn't find any spirit or that woman in a white robe. At least the notebook shows some promise. A bad panic room. Panic rooms are typically padded so a person can't hurt themselves though. Maybe not a panic room, one of those that, you know, you put people freaking like a weird ass homeless like gladiator ring. The walls are moving every morning, or is it every night? Every night the walls change and shift into a different maze, and that old man is the one which is in charge for some reason. He was a previous victor. He killed like the previous owner and decided to start his own thing. You know what? That's better than using me and my spiders. We have a lot of things I need them to do, so yeah, use the roaches instead. The spiders have their own tasks to do. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Speaking about tasks, for the past like few weeks I have been having a spider toss bagworms into the void, and it turns out the person that lurks inside the void isn't very appreciative of it, which is what I find ironic, cause I almost got caught doing it, but the person who was there thought, oh, there's a spider there, why isn't it dealing with the bagworms, instead of realizing that the bagworm was placed by my spider. So that was hilarious. I even left a few notes saying, hey, look, a bagworm. Hey, look, a bagworm. I think I'm really getting to her. But hey, let's be honest. Minor things like this, it's what's gonna keep me alive. If I do too much good, I'll go to heaven. If I do too much bad, I'll go to hell. So I'll just do minor crimes, minor acts of sin, just to keep me level on Earth. And by Earth, I mean my dungeon. But yes, every day is another bagworm. Which, honestly, I'm surprised you didn't think of me. The fact that I literally use a sprite to represent myself, and the thing I'm constantly holding and abusing is my bagworm. You know what they say? Being an asshole is free. Most of the time. Kindness is a virtue that I show a lot of people. I have saved many worlds. Many worlds are now in, well, relative peace. Dictatorship is amazing, especially when you are an immortal being that can make sure everyone who isn't under my control listens to what I say. So as long as I don't get corrupted, the rest of them will live a fairly decent life. They can come for my head, but let's be honest, the second they walk through that door, their heads will be the one that roll. That'll I'll invite them and let them talk out whatever they want. I enjoy conversation more than violence. Although, you know, the amount of leeway they have is limited at times. Especially when the atrocities they commit to get to me far outweigh their cause. I'll be honest. She gave me the perfect opportunity to do it when she opened that door leading to a bug world. So like, you know, when it comes to excuses, you can just blame it on the door, really. Just say it's the door's fault, you know. I have an alibi. Well, not alibi, but I have an excuse. I have a scapegoat, and so I'll use that. Just cause it's fun. Anyways, back to the game. What's behind that door anyway? Oh, yeah, even in game. Once we continue. Oh. Indeed. Water is something I tend to neglect. Fun fact, spiders have an open circulatory system, which essentially means that blood flows out of the heart and to the rest of the body without like properly really being pumped. And so the way our arms work is that the blood flows in, letting it, you know, stretch out, and then the muscles contract and has the blood go back in, causing it to... Why salty? Unless you're trying to say you want to eat me, in which case I would technically, in this form, taste like crab. But that's not cause, you know, I'm a crab. It's cause spiders evolved from us. Spiders evolved from the water, which is a very interesting thing. We spiders haven't been, well, spiders in general haven't been around for very, very long. Most of them evolved, well, all of them evolved from the sea. So things like crabs and lobsters, those are things that evolved into what is now known as arachnids or arachnida. So things like scorpions, ticks, spiders all came from the water. But I am not such being. I am simply using this form for convenience sake. Let's be honest, it was the second I freaking got a model. The second I developed a body for you guys to represent myself as, when it stopped lagging, when the game stopped enjoying itself. Somewhat. things do love and things do love evolving back into crabs, as they say. Although one very good predator is the crocodile. The guys they decided, let's just not evolve anymore. They basically said they were the best life form. They didn't need to change. And to be fair, they really don't. So long as they don't piss off the freaking hippos, they tend to do fairly well. Although global warming might be a problem for them since heat is the factor that determines the agenda, so with the world getting hotter, one gender will certainly be more skewed than the other in terms of crocodiles and alligators. Anyways, back to the game before I go off on another tangent. From the moment we entered the shelter, it's been hard to breathe, like there's a noose tightening around my freaking hair. It's the hair. I thought it gay crocs. Would that be like a rainbow crocodile? A happy crocodile? Or those crocs, the shoes that people like to wear, the ones with holes in them and were like made for kids, I would think. The fact they can like put the freaking rubber pins onto your shoes. I know the people with trypophobia have a fear of those. I can imagine a debate for both. One is that, not small holes, but relatively big holes would make. Yeah, I think trypophobic people would possibly feel something towards them. Something in my head throbs. It's the hair. This place, it holds some kind of horrible secret. How do you know that? I'm almost sure of it. Do I somehow know there's an underground shelter? Are we the homeless person? Mr. Willow? You're kinda spacing out. Are you okay? You look pale too. I'm not pale. I'm Japanese. I'm fine. It's nothing. The air in here is pretty bad. Not surprised you're feeling sick. Yeah, didn't you say you were gonna puke? Let's sit back up for now. Hey Mary, burn me your nose real quick. I doubt you can smell, right? We return to the entrance and begin climbing the rickety ladder. You're a crocodile? Huh. Crocodile. That way you love frogs, fish and lizards. I guess you could say you eat fish. And your not quite brethren would be the lizard. I guess you enjoy frog as well, huh? Not gonna lie, every time I see a frog sticker, because of the top part being a slightly off, like different green, I always imagine it being a frog in like a freaking cowboy hat. I am the one that does the eating. Which is ironic. I was slightly late for today's stream because I was eating. Because I woke up like an hour before stream, but I hadn't eaten for, I think, 14 hours before that. Because I was doing work, right? And so when I woke up, I decided to eat lunch. And that's why I was late. Partially. I actually came at like 4:58. I was ready, and then the audio refused to work properly, so I had to reset the comm. Yes. I was on time. My computer was not. When we climb out of that When we climb out of the manhole, the breeze that brushes my cheek is refreshing. The unpleasant air that hounded us Underground starts to disperse. We smell like shit. Ah, Miss... Miss I finally found you. What do you look like? Ah. Ooh. Butterfly themed. Or so I say. I just enjoy the color blue. It's a very rare oddity in natural life. Blues are very hard color to find. I'm glad to see you're safe. Oh, Madam Yasuko. Good morning. Great to see ya. But what are you doing here? I too have the mark. I went to Miss Kujo's mansion, but no one answered the door. Mary's just fucking crawling. I'll get there eventually. I didn't got your email, so I came here. Did you take a taxi? Still, it is hard to believe that Miss Kujo has passed away. Kujo Jotaro. This seems to be the woman that Ice keeps mentioning. Dumb nails though. She could do acupuncture with her nails alone. The thick layers of makeup make it hard, but going by her voice, she must be pretty old. Ooh. You know she's important because the music started rolling. Towako Yasuoka. You must be Mr. Willow. I know an old man voice, like an old grandma. Suddenly died, quote unquote. Heart attack, cardiac arrest, you know? It wasn't her fault. She had nothing to do with it. The cyanide in her cough in the man's tea was not her. She has an alibi. She was at a party with her girlfriends doing bingo. Bingo night is a very special night. They put away all their phones, all devices are gone, and it's only bingo. I mean, salt and sugar really are a secret killer. They kill more people than you can imagine. I read about your mark in Miss I's email. It seems you've been working hard to help those who have the mark. How do you know? Did we tell I that we like saved a bunch of people already? Yeah, Soka, how much do you know about the mark? Good question. Let me take a sip of water. I'm always sick when I come to streams. Not that I'm sick of streams, it's just I'm sick on stream majority of the time. I'm sure you know that what you had hoping to do. What? Scooter told me about a scar like that and asked what I knew about it. Oh. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for more. I assumed it's some sort of curse. Though I never thought it would be the works of inhuman spirits. What, like a... Do you think of like witch or like a... What one deal called? Brain, work for me please. There's witches and there's voodoo magic. Did you think a voodoo doctor did it? Cause to be fair, I would assume that. Or that I would become a victim. I shouldn't have let that old man live for so long. Yasuoka rolls up her sleeve, revealing the mark on her arm. That's what you get for eating children. I've lived long enough already. I have no attachment to this world. I'm fucking rich. But Miss I... But Miss I is still young. Do everything you can to save her. It's almost as though that's what you want. I can't promise anything, but I'll try. We come back from like dealing with the ghost. We just find Yasuoka dead from a heart attack when we reach the mansion. I'll need your help as well. I heard you have spiritual powers. Tell me of my future. Mr. Willow, don't sound so suspicious. I don't care about spirits or ghosts, but she's definitely the real deal. Did we sound sarcastic? It's natural to be doubtful. It's best to not tangle with spirits if you want to live in peace. However, Mr. Willow, you seem to have some spiritual powers of your own. Stunned users tend to attract other stunned users. Have you experienced something no one else has? We have experienced something no one else has. 4 times. 5 times. We found a corpse as well, that's 6 times. We've seen a lot of dead people. We saw a weird king mansion underneath a school. Except it was like king mansion, it was like a torture chamber. But you know. We've seen like almost ban-worthy material. Four times? Well, 4 times now. 5 times. I forgot the 3 ladies. So yes, we have seen things that others would never imagine. The mysterious voice I hear every so often suddenly comes to mind. Oh, that too. And the rabbit. I mentioned it to her. Intriguing. John the Ark was famous for hearing the voice of God. And then they burned the bitch by calling her a witch. And then what? Then they lost the war. But usually it's only spirit whispers. It may be an evil spirit or ghost. Or even the soul of someone who loves you trying to save you. Could be that one. Although to be honest, when it comes to all the spirits, I'd like to believe it's the spirits that have been telling us how to defeat them, because let's be honest, they don't want to be a ghost. They want to move on, they want to enjoy, they want to like pass on. It's just that they're tied down to the wall because of the things that happen to them. If it's trying to help, I'd appreciate if it could give better hints. I can do nothing about that. Humans and souls live separately. Imagine a long-distance radio signal. Static can gobble the message. A soul protecting the ones it loves. How romantic. Mr. Willow, do you have any idea who that soul could be? Mashita's sister. People, like someone with spirit vision that's like behind us, the one whispering into our ears is Shimio. Big Shimio just whispering into our ears to tell us how to defeat the ghosts. There's no way I would, but I don't have any memories. Even if I did, it's not like there's a way I'd be able to know. So, what's your plan now? Take a shower. We're gonna head back to the mansion. We need to report to Mary after all. Oh, and who might that be? Why didn't she greet me at the door? Nah, that's when you use the knock-knock. A doll. One that talks even.
A talking doll that could sell for a lot of money.
Yes, perfect. That's one way of checking whether her thoughts are. What kind of thoughts she has. Knock on that skull of hers. You're the only one who can do it, cause in this form you're incorporeal.
Not so strange when you consider it's the Kujo family we're discussing.
She doesn't surprise at all. Guess it pays to specialize in the supernatural sometimes. I wonder whether that flower is real or fake. The one in her hair. Actually, yeah. I do own a couple of flowers, like plants. So, a blue flower does something that's. Is it? I know the flower, but I forgot the name. Not Carmilla. Something of that sort. I don't know whether she like harvests a new flower each day or whether it's a fake. Either way, it does go well with her outfit and her hairstyle as well. Gets rid of the flat spot created from moving all that much hair to the side. Anyways,
shall we head back to the mansion? I'm intrigued by this Mary.
We go back and Mary's dead. She's been shot 57 times.
When they didn't open the door, I shot up.
Hydrangea? Hydrangea? Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I read hydrangea and I thought Rafflesia. I was just like, nah. Yeah, it could be a hydrangea. But yeah, it's just that. Yeah, so when nobody opened the door, she just shoots up the door and leaves. Turns out what Mary was crawling towards the door and got shot up. As Yasuko climbed out the...
It's been a long time. I used to drink tea with this Kujo family.
Mary spared Hanses.
About 20 years now, back to generation of family heads.
You've known them a long time then.
Haha, it hasn't been that long. I had a falling out with Murasame, the second last head, and cut ties with him. I severed his head with my nails. When I said I've known them since a couple heads ago, I mean I decapitated each and every one of the Kujo family heads. They fear me. The butterfly lady. They didn't even invite me to Murasame's funeral. And that's why I didn't return his head. I have it with me at all times in this goodie bag.
Last hit.
Murasame and Saya were kids the last time I saw them. Imagine my surprise when Saya contacted me a month ago.
Can we have our head back? Wait a second. First it was Murasame, then it was Masamune, and the current head is Saikuja, right? There have been 3 hits in 20 years.
That's right. Whenever I find out that it's another Kujo head, I make sure to come back to take it.
Yasuoka grimaces.
The family is known for their short lives. Accidents or heart attacks, very few have lived full lives. I spare few. Gossip says their family is cursed.
So Saikuja didn't escape that fate either. It's probably just coincidence, but There's something about this mansion that tells me that I shouldn't be so sure. Have we seen the like third and fourth floor? Cause let's be honest, that center bit certainly doesn't seem just like 2 floors. It really is a curse. If it really is a curse, what's causing it? Could it be divine wrath? Why? We didn't take those hits.
Ah, Miss I. You've been staring this whole time. Something the matter?
Those nails are red because it's just fresh blood.
Well, there's something. Miss Willow. Does the Cujo family keep animals out in the yard?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Did you see a black rat? Yep.
then that black rabbit's on.
That's our favorite rabbit. Nothing better happened to that rabbit. It's our good. Hello. Hello, Jasmine. It's a good thing you came now and not when I told a certain story about half an hour ago. How's the bagworm situation? I heard about it last you streamed.
That rabbit's back again.
Anyways, nothing better happened than a rabbit. That's like the one thing that's letting us do things. But what's it doing here? It's gonna give us another clue. Where did it go?
I think it was headed for that building. It had something in its mouth.
Huh. What was it? No. What do you mean? I simply said that if you want like the bagworm situation to be solved, just to employ a couple of my spiders, then we can probably deal with it. I mean, look at the bagworm in my hand right now. Do you think this thing's having a very good time? Maybe, if it's a masochist, but you know, by right, this thing shouldn't be enjoying itself. By right, this thing should not be enjoying itself. Look at this. Look at this boy. Do you think he's enjoying himself? It doesn't have a mouth, but if it did, it would want to scream. Spiders are a wonderful thing. You shouldn't deny a spider. Spiders will get rid of everything. Except the lizards, because the lizards are freaking, you know, the lizards will die. The lizards will kill the spiders, unless the spider's big enough. But I don't think I'm able to send you much large spiders. Actually no, by right I can probably send you the largest of spiders. But I don't think that's something you want since you're an arachnophobe.
I don't know. It's too dark and it was far away. You know that rabbit, Mr. Willow?
Kind of. I told him about the black rabbit I've seen on my investigations. Mary said that it has something to do with spirits residing in it.
And now it's suddenly here. What could that mean, I wonder?
Oh. All at once my heart starts pounding. I have a bad feeling about this. Like something terrible is about to happen. I find myself bolting to the entrance hall. Everything looks the same as usual here. Did the rabbit get inside the mansion? I quickly scanned the room for it. Oh. I mean, I did say Mary crawled to the door. So she wouldn't be on the sofa, right? Mary isn't sitting on the sofa.
Mr. Willow?
Over there in the corner. I turn the direction I is pointing. What's going on? I's voice is audibly shaking. How the hell should I know? What is it? I have to force the words out of my mouth. My voice shakes like hers. Yasuo goes silent. Oh. Mario was like our Oni friend. What the fuck happened to her? Oh, and the rabbit. That goes like our only two friends. The rabbit's dead and so is Mary. What killed them? Well, I say killed, but you know, Mary's not really a living being. She's a... what's it called? You know, a spirit that resides in things that have been used a long time. But the rabbit was... how are we gonna find shit now? Like, to be fair, Mary didn't really do much other than tell us, hey, you know, good job. But, you know, it was nice having someone to talk to. So are we gonna just talk to an empty seat now? I mean, censorship, there's nothing much to yes, I'd like to imagine every time there's like one of those lewd scenes, Mary would just appear out of nowhere to just block it out. Honestly, I'd appreciate Mary even more if she could do that, except for the fact that she's dead. And her eyes look like she's looking like directly at the camera. That is quite creepy. Mary, you shouldn't do that. Her beautiful face is smashed to pieces. Something ripped off her arms. They were quite brutal with Mary, huh? Like the rabbit looks like its neck got slit or like got snapped and then cut or something, but Mary was brutalized. Next to her lies the rabbit. Its head is twisted unnaturally. Fresh blood stains the floor. Can you come back to life? Can either of you come back to life? Like, the rabbit's a spirit, so like, can you possess like another black rabbit, or are you just dead? Married, can you like auto repair yourself? Hey Mary! Mary, wake up. I don't like this. I call out to her, daring to hope. Pien. But I only get silence in response. She just sits up. Oh, Master Willow. Mary is re-dead. Though I don't know if you say that for a doll. What a fun way to introduce Yasuoka to Mary. Come meet our talking doll. She's actually pretty nice and like cute. Oh, never mind. I and Yasuko helped me pick up Mary's remains as well as the rabbits. Freaking. Now she's on Five Nights at Freddy's with an endoskeleton. You're gonna see her walk around the freaking mansion. Honestly, that would be amazing, but like... Mary, now that my body is destroyed, I can walk finally. We work in complete silence, no one daring to speak a word. Do we proper back up? No, I guess she's just not there. Mary is gone. We're so lonely. If only there truly was someone behind us. I'll have to face spirits and the mark without her help from now on. Terror and dread threaten to consume me. Will I be able to hunt down spirits like I've been doing? What the hell happened here? Did some sort of spirit do this? Did Buddha come in and just massacre her? We know Kujo Mansion isn't necessarily safe for spirit attacks. In fact, Sat Kujo was killed by Hanahiko. You know, I find that ironic, like fun, somewhat morbidly funny. The fact that we know Mary can like detect when spirits enter the house and such. So she knew she was gonna get freaking killed by right. Like she'd have sensed that and be like, oh shit, nobody's around. I can't really run away because my legs don't work. And maybe the rabbit tried to help and then got its neck like snapped or something, maybe. And why did the rabbit come here? The last time I saw it was at a shrine. Did it travel all the way after that? And for what purpose?
Mr. Willow, a moment please. I found this while cleaning up. Do you have any idea what it is?
It's a key. Yep. I'm guessing that was what the rabbit brought. She hands me a key ring with a single key on it. It's a key to that one room. Yep. The key attached to it says master key. It's the master key to the mansion. But what's it doing here? It was in the rabbit. Right?
Miss I did say the rabbit had something in its mouth earlier. It could have picked up this keyring and carried it.
I think the rabbit had the master key.
It's only a guess.
I mean, it makes sense, right? That rabbit's been getting us everything.
It's also quite possible that Mary had it herself.
But Mary said she didn't know where it was. The truth is rather in darkness. We can use the key to open up any room in the mansion, right? Is there a place you want to get into? One room. As a matter of fact, there is. The room. There's one place I've never been able to check. The locked room in the southeast corner of the second floor. Oh. Where works? That's a workstation. The room layout looks no different from the other guest rooms and the photos on the wall. What are those tools on the desk? They look pretty strange.
That frame over there interests me. I'd like to see the photos inside.
They look like they're just plastered onto the picture frame though. There are two places of interest. Which one should I check first? I think the frame. The frame would be the easiest thing to check out. Picture frame contains several photos. Marionettes, wax figures, Japanese dolls. They're all photos of dolls. And one of them is Mary. The photo of Mary's bare frame looks like she was still being put together. When was this taken? The mom. It's a pattern on Mary's right arm. Isn't that the mom? Does that mean she's like a vessel for moms? Or like, you know, maybe she was a means of like dealing with the moms? Like maybe like if you had the mom, you could use Mary as a substitute. And I never saw anything like that on the arm. Cause this one is a different color from the one from the one us mark bearers have. A black mark. Ours may be red, but somehow this feels even more ominous. That's about all we've learned from this. I'll check over there next. The desk. On the desk is a board lined with tools. There are a variety of sharp chisels and long tools that look like spatulas all in a row. Next to them are balls filled with paints and a stack of art books. Someone was an artisan in the family. Are these tools for making dolls? Does that mean Mary was made here? Could be. The desk drawers are full of tools as well. But no documents or reports on the mark like I hoped. I picked up the chisel and studies its handle. Listen. MK is engraved in it. Sai Kujo would be SK, so Maramusa Kujo. Oh, what am I saying? Sai's father was Murasame Kujo, and her older brother, the head before her, was Masamune Kujo. Either one could be MK. Yasuka tilts her head in thought. I heard that Kujo family ancestors were tasked with making Buddha statues. And decapitating. I suppose either of them could have been influenced by that. After examining the desk and the frame, we searched the rest of the room as well. But we come up with nothing more. Oh, that's the bad. I was expecting an amazing secret. Like what? We didn't learn anything more about spirits on the mark here. I mean, we saw Mary's mark. The only thing left is the diary we found in the shelter. We'll just have to place our bets on it. Like if you had or have. We returned to the entrance hall. I pulled a red notebook out of the bag I left on the floor. What do you mean we? I mean, wouldn't that be MK? Masamune? No. Marasume? Something like that. The floor and tallow smell assault my nose. Marasame, I think. Mari exists. I feel like olfactory senses are shriveling.
What a vulgar stench. It smells worse than my husband. I mean, I recognize this from when we filmed on K Miramachi North Road. It was only a brief whiff of it, so I thought I'd smell. Imagine the smell.
It was the smell of the sewer. The swamp smell.
But perhaps that's when I received my mark.
Yasuka scowls at the notebook. If she's right, then this notebook could be connected to the spirit somehow. Inside is the contents of a woman's diary. It almost seems like it was soaked in a pool of perfume. A perfume of crap. Stains and discolorations make most of the pages unreadable. But the last page seems clean enough. The date is from half a month ago. Oh, fairly recent. Oh, and the start of the mark, is it? No, the mark was like a month ago, right? Now we get introduced to the zoo. I thought we were doing the freaking Buddha statue.
As I await that fated day, I recall my days as a teacher. The children called me Miss Zoo. Zoo, the keeper of animals. Probably because I kept so many laboratory animals in the science lab. I got to be surrounded by my beloved animals, my cute little snakes. It was so much more fulfilling than my current boring research. But because of that foolish principal and the fire, the school was shut down. My paradise was stolen from me. I need to take back my paradise. The great Ashura has bestowed upon me the wisdom that I need to do just that. Tomorrow I will die. By the great Ashura's abundant mercy, I'll be reborn as Miss Zoo, so I may rebuild my paradise again. It is all as the great Ashura has said. Oh, great Ashura. Ashura.
Don't ask me this. Oh god. I have a short tongue. Ashura. How dare you make me do that? Reading quickly is not my forte. The rest of the page is filled with Ashura. Did she lose her sanity while writing it? Traces of kiss marks cover names. That combined with the choking perfume. The heavy weight of lust is overwhelming.
The dark passions in this notebook. Thoroughly disgusting. I'd love to burn it to ash immediately.
So this Miss Zoo who wrote this, could she be the woman from the rumors? What rumors? If she worked in a lab, that would explain the white room. But yeah, it seems we're probably gonna return to that one. We're probably gonna return to the freaking kindergarten, I guess. But I don't know which school she was talking about. H Elementary. She said it was her paradise. Do you have any ideas?
Absolutely.
H Elementary.
Yes, I agree. It's the only abandoned school in this area that hasn't been torn down.
Those are the snakes at the second floor.
It may be the paradise she wrote of.
Burns down the school. Spirit hunted. If what the diary says is true, then the woman died after she wrote it. This great Ashura would have guided her transformation to the zoo. Now is she gonna be like a chimera? I can't believe a human would choose to become a spirit of their own free will. You could say she wanted freedom, right? It was her spirit calling. Is that really possible?
She seemed fairly confident that she would be reborn, and that notebook being in the shelter might serve as supporting evidence. Perhaps she meant it as a farewell to her life as a human. How sentimental.
Except the book smells like absolute dog crap.
Miss Sue. So she the one that gave Madame Yasuoka and I our marks?
Could be right. That's where we found the diary, so the spirit must know the place. It makes sense that it comes and goes from there then, for whatever reason. It looks like we know where we must go next.
Time to go to H Elementary.
New info was added to the spirit file, the tragedy of Kujo Mansion. Okay. I think I will end it off here. We've seen the title card. I imagine we've met everyone who we're gonna be like meeting. Yeah, let's keep it to the upbeat. Actually, no. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it first. But yeah, if I continue now, I imagine it's gonna take like another 40-50 minutes. Like, come back to this place like proper. So I think now would be the better time to end it off. If you enjoyed today's stream, do let me know. The king side I will try to get it fixed. I said that last stream. At least now you guys can actually see the stream again. But you're gonna bug out my computer. It's gonna die. But yeah, at least you guys could see and like you could see the stream this time around. Last time I know for a fact it was, you know, impossible basically. So next stream I'll probably try to, well, I usually try to finish the chapter like every 2 streams, which so far we've been doing quite well, I'd say. But like, if you have any complaints, just let me know. If you think, hey, this person did well, leave me a follow, I guess. That would be appreciated. I mean, the objective is 50 for now. I have 5. So we're 10% there. But this has been Fate, and I do hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.